Hi, welcome to Euro Football Weekly. I'm your host, Natalie Rydström. I'm joined today by Barrie from PremiershipTips.com, and we're going to be previewing some of the biggest matches in European club football. Barrie, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me back, Natalie.
Now, for those of you who don't know Barrie, he was with us last season, covering the Premier League, sharing great winning picks. And whereas it may have been downtime for football, it certainly wasn't for Barrie, who on a daily basis, he kept us up to date with new signings, transfers and regular football updates on his website, PremiershipTips.com, and on his Twitter account at Barrie's View, which is certainly worth a follow there. Now, are you looking forward to this season, Barrie?
I can't wait for it to get started.
Okay, well, the wait is finally over as we move into the first week of the 2013-14 Premier League season. And the next match I'd like us to preview is Monday's game, kicking off at 8 p.m. BST, which is Manchester City versus Newcastle. The Blues were runners-up in last year's Premier League season with 78 points, and they're this year's favourites to lift the trophy, priced at 3.25, alongside Chelsea. Now, in their last head-to-head back in December, City won 4-0. Now, obviously, quite a bit has happened with both teams since then. So would you say this could be a good indicator of how this match will fare or not?
I think Manchester City are rightfully the favourites for this one. Yes, they have a new manager, but I actually prefer new manager Mauro Pellegrini over Roberto Mancini, especially tactically. Manchester City have a really promising attack once again this season. Sergio Aguero, this time partnered with Alvaro Negredo, the new signing. Also on the wings, they have David Silva on the left and a new signing Jesus Navas on the right, who's a very quick winger and offers a natural width on the right-hand side, which is something Manchester City lacked last season. And it'll be a good match-up for them against Newcastle's defence that was shipping goals at the end of last season. Manchester City's defence of their own is pretty solid, although Matija Nastasic is injured for the first few weeks of the season. Newcastle finished just above relegation last season. Pressure's growing on manager Alan Pardew, who's the bookmaker's favourite to be sacked. On paper, they do have a number of good individuals, but they didn't settle in last season, so potentially they may this season, but I still think it will take them a few games to get going. The defence is certainly their weak point, which is why I think Manchester City will be comfortable winners here.
OK, so you go for a Man City win here, and what other sort of bets you're looking at?
I'm looking at the Asian handicap. I really think Manchester City can put a few past them. I've seen odds of evens for Manchester City to win by 2 goals or more, and I've seen odds of just about 2-1 for them to win by 3 goals or more.
OK, so Barrie's going for a Man City win here, 2 goals or more. And if you like Barrie's picks, make sure to follow him on Twitter at Barrie's View. Barrie, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Natalie.